Hey, I'm Red, and you're watching Power Garage. We're here at Bisimoto's shop. Going to hook him up with a quick spool system for his car that we're working on. So, check it out. So it's like a 34? Usually I just use my 36 and just crack it. Got a hammer? Here go, Busy. This is where all the magic happens, right here. Yeah. Give me something metal.
He's getting a hammer.
Yeah, I just got to give it a little tap, tap, tap a roof. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, just gotta separate this. Sometimes they just don't. They don't want to cooperate. There we go. You guys have some rags or something?
And what year is this assembly?
This particular differential or carrier assembly came from a 2005-2006 CRV. They actually did like a facelift in 2005 before they actually went to the new model in 2007. Internally, the 2007 to 11 is actually the same. It's just the case is slightly different. So, I mean, all the internal components are all interchangeable.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then also too, the differential is the same from 98 all the way to 11.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
From
and,
BK.
yeah, and also too, the 2007 to 11 model is the same as the Accord Cross Tour, because the Cross Tour only comes in a 4-cylinder all-wheel drive. Yeah. So, but like I was saying, you have this ramp assembly inside right here. You have the clutch pack with a spring, and the spring pushes against the upper portion that actually holds it down. And then right here, there's a ramp with ball bearings. You can see that right here. And under quick movement, it'll separate and it'll apply pressure to that clutch before the hydraulic pressure can overtake that. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace this shim with one inside there.
So that shim is replaced, the blade shim is thicker.
Yes. Yes. You guys got a, here, let me grab another Phillips, or I mean a flat. Yeah, we got a couple snap rings in here. You have a secondary clutch right here. I'm grabbing too big. There we go. Yeah, sometimes this stuff is a little hard to comprehend how complicated it is until you actually look at it. Yeah, so there's actually like a secondary clutch right here that holds this right here. You see those notches? It fits into this clutch right here, because what happens is if there wasn't any slip, it would just bind.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there any particular orientation? Does it have to go in this particular way, or does it mount up?
Well, you have an orientation corresponding to this because you have the ramps, and then you don't want to be right in the middle, otherwise it won't fully seat. So you just got to be careful with that. So you have this, and then you have a washer in here, tapered, and this acts like a spring, and then
That is the one.
that's the one. So we're going to use this one, and then we're going to reconstitute it. So I'm going to take this and put it underneath the snap ring, because if you look, there's play. So we're going to take all that play out. So you have a press?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, because it just makes it a lot easier so that I can just put pressure on it to hold it. So all we have to do, I mean this one, you have to be careful because there is a spring behind here.
Oh, you're stepping back. You must have done that. No.
No, I'm too close. It doesn't spit at your face.
Can you grab that for me? See? Easy. So then we just take the factory one. You know, we might be able to do this. You put it on top of that clutch pack. See, or you know what? I'll show you right here. So the clutch assembly is in here, and then they're stacked.
Oh, they're still the same.
So it interlocks. And actually, this clutch pack is the same as the older models. They're actually the dimensions are the same, but they're noticeably different if you actually look at them. So yeah, you have a spring right here, and it pushes up against this, and this is the top part, and it pushes right there. So we might take that one, put it right here.
That's the tricky one.
Yeah, once I get it down there, it'll. Think you can get that snap ring in there?
Right here?
Yeah. All the way in the bottom. Perfect. There we go. And then if you feel,
Yeah,
there's a lot less play in there. Okay. And then just put it all back together. Take the new shim, here if you want to get a picture, take the new shim and then put it on top. And this one is about 10 thousandths thicker, so it spaces out this part so that it applies extra pressure to this. So what I was thinking is that it'll make the ramp assembly engage for a longer period of time and more aggressively. Yes. Because I read an article online and they were talking about it and saying that this gives initial 20%.
Oh, that's nice.
And then the dual pump comes in. So, yeah. One thing I was kind of disappointed about, in 2012, they actually have an electric motor.
Interesting.
And it sends, and it has a pump and it sends hydraulic fluid to the clutch, so it's controllable. The only problem is the actual differential. I mean,
So you had
impossible. Well, even if you did build it up, it's impossible to put an LSD because when I showed him that, he's like, "Yeah, there's no way. There's no way." So yeah, just throw these in here. Throw these in here, easy.
And the differentials in here, what span does it cover? What differential does it here? How far does it go?
98 to 11.
Yes, that's a light. Is there any advantage? Would it cause some understeer if you have limited slips in the front?
What do you mean?
Well, if you have limited slip in the front and rear at the same time, would it cause some understeer?
You know what? I mean, Hondas, they understeer normally. Like,
Well, it would
you
make it even worse. That's what I'm curious about. In other words, is there any reason to have a limited slip in the back if you have one in the front?
Well, it's always going to help the power transfer and going around corners.
Yeah, the corner part, the straight line is, I think, would be awesome. Awesome. But
Because what if you're
I mean,
trying
if
to
I'm
go
in your
down,
way, 'cause I'll
down
drive in your way all the time.
let's say you're trying to drag race, and your rear differential is open. What if you get a peg leg in the rear?
yeah, for drug design, completely. Yeah, I understand. Like I said, I'll even spool it. But for road racing, autocrossing, hey, it's like it's almost like I should choose one over the other.
Doesn't Subarus
But then they
have
limit how I
factory rear LSD?
Yeah, they do. I think rear would be good than both front and rear. But you know what? I'll experiment with it. I'll experiment and see how.
And also
how it
too,
feels. 'Cause I'm gonna have a limited slip on the front. Yes.
one thing you can do though is, are you going to run a Honda computer? A K-Pro?
No.
Okay. Look,
Why do you ask?
Okay, I don't know about any other brands. I personally use Honda. I mean, Doug's a good guy. And
I like him,
he
yeah.
actually, I did some work for them, and he actually gave me my K-Pro. But they make the traction control system, and it monitors all the ABS sensors. I don't know about the other companies. I've never even messed with them.
Yeah, I do AEM. It does the same thing. Even you can do multiple levels and stages.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm sure. Here.
Do you want to put the balls in or no?
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to center it
Okay.
because I don't want it to fight me. I think. I'm pretty sure it was kind of like right in the middle. So, but yeah, we can't put the balls in yet. I gotta put this one. This one might be a challenge. Yeah, we might have to use the press on this one because there's not enough. Yeah, it's gonna be too hard. You got, oh here. We can,
Don't know. Okay, use that.
yeah.
Oh, are you done?
I got it. It has 3 bolts. It holds it to the case right here. There's a little pin in the back right here. It goes through the shaft, and this is, I guess you would say the ring and pinion.
Okay,
so this would be corresponding with the pinion, and then that pin goes for the rear clutch, and then this one goes for the front clutch. You have this, or the front pump. I mean.
Aha.
You can even hear it. Okay, and you got 3 bolts on the back, and this thing is under pressure.
Okay.
So you gotta be a little bit careful when you take this apart. So I'm gonna show you what I do with that. And also too, I have a secondary modification. What I do is the oil orifice that sends oil to the actual, right here is like a, what would you call it, diaphragm? So this fills up with oil and actually pushes against the clutch. Yeah, so that's how that works. And what I do is I drill out that orifice so that...
You can get more fluid to it, right?
Exactly.
You have to quicker too.
Yeah, there's actually 2 holes in the back of it. One is for the supply and one is for the return. Yeah, and then return goes to the ball bearing.
And do you leave return alone or you drill both out?
You know what? I would leave the return alone
Yeah,
because
you
then
feel pressure.
Yeah, it'll maintain more pressure inside there. Put on that side. There we go.
How you doing, sir? Good.
There's a lot of bearings and little complicated stuff in here.
So you don't want to go.
No.
Yep.
So this is one of the clutch. Then you have the pressure relief spring right
So
here.
that's when you replace.
This one, I can't reuse that. And then it gets the chrome spring. So you want to do it side by side. I mean, you can feel, even though one's longer, you can feel the difference.
Oh yeah, that's
Big difference. I had to cut it down because the
You
coils.
have to use this.
No, it doesn't even fit. So I mean, just
It's a stopper.
bye-bye. The coils, you can tell they're much.
Yeah.
If you want to do a side by side.
They're even thicker.
Yeah. So this one goes right here. Okay. And then this is the servo, and it corresponds with this one. And you can see
Same thing.
stiffer, a little bit stiffer.
Okay.
And also too, this one is a larger diameter. I actually did a lot of measuring, and the 9mm spring is actually perfect. It fits perfect in there. This one has like a little bit of play. Okay, so we're going to use this and set this to the side right here. This is not going to be used. Sorry. Clumsy there. Okay. So here is the oil orifice. Let's see. If you pull this back. Go. See? It's like almost nothing.
Oh, yeah.
So you got a drill. We can drill this out.
What size do you need?
1/8 inch. Yeah, she's almost there. We're just waiting. Get a bigger one so I can deburr this real quick. There we go. Easy peasy. And we got 2 of these. So we're gonna have to do the other one also.
It's a wrap. No. Which I can't pose until he.
I know.
I know, huh? I'm busy a lot better.
Oh,
That's gonna
yeah.
flow way more. Okay, and we have 2 of these. So you have to be real careful.
Oh.
There's another one. And this right here, that's the thermal protection.
Interesting.
When that gets hot, it expands and it pushes that ball bearing. Because if you look at the clutch, there is the hole for the return,
Yeah.
and there is the hole for the supply.
And when it does push the ball out, how does it manifest itself? What does it do? What would it do?
It relieves the pressure going to the clutch, so it doesn't over. So if the diff is getting too hot, it'll release itself.
Like too much power.
Yeah. Or if you wanted to, you could take this out and plug it.
Understood. And then I never have to worry about that, but I can kill my clutches.
Or you
These
could
are
get,
Honda's, what they've given is too much use.
Hey, Red. Having a good time today?
oh yeah, just
We-
hanging out at a busy shop.
Yeah? What are you up to?
Putting a differential together for his Wago van. Gonna tear it up.
Nice. What kind of different wrench was this? Doesn't look like
This is a CRV. No wagon parts.
no wagon parts.
No
What you-
wagon parts.
What'd you do? You took out all these other parts. What did you do to this rear differential right now?
I just did the AKB quick spool kit on this thing.
Nice.
Took it over here and did it right in front of Busy so you can check it out and see what's involved to do this. So if he has to repair something or if he wants to change something or have a backup diff, at least he knows how to put it in.
Nice. Yeah, we're almost finished putting this thing together, and
Yeah.
it's going on that.
Put this back together.
How's crank one look?
There we go. See?
Beautiful.
Now it's in. Okay. So this is in. Then this goes over the top, just like that. There you go. Now we have your whole assembly. Okay? And then why don't you grab that silicone real quick?
See, I was gonna use RTD black, but I
What do you use?
Yeah, and also too, I just sandblasted this. No, I just don't want to put sealant on this and then have it all the oil drip all over it. Because I'm gonna have to stand this up so those ball bearings don't fall out. Taking it apart's easy. Putting them back together, you gotta make sure that everything is in. I just kind of whacked it with a hammer and it just all fell apart. Oops.
You want to use your pretty board.
You got me on that one.
Don't drip them on the
You guys
bolts.
have any, long Allens, or should I go to my car?
Long? Like, what do you mean long? Like, over
Well,
the sand long?
Extension? An Allen with an extension or something?
The blue and they have a blue container, the Allen bin, and it has extensions.
Yeah, because the housing is too close to it. It's just going to be too hard to.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, I got the same set.
Nice.
It's not a Harbor Freight special,
Once
is it?
Once I get a couple of these cinched down, then you can. You like some power tools here?
I do have them. We have them over there. They're all looking there, collecting dust.
Go.
Win the ball.
No, it's my fault. Putting my finger on it.
Marvin, let's do something. Let's do something.
Here we go.
Yeah, you're working. Boom.
Notched
Put
it.
together.